some more.
Let's set the tone early.
Two-K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Tonight.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake. And as things...
Well, guys.
David, fantastic report. Thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
And, you know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but...
Look, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
Off target from the wing. Thunder trailing by 6. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
So skilled at maneuvering his way to the cup. Embiid's mobility, extremely impressive for a guy of his size.
Goes up on the high post, and Embiid pulls it down.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Tobias Harris has checked in for Josh Richardson. The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, this season versus last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
Embiid, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Muscala hits the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Outside for Simmons. The pass to Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, even after the trade from the Clippers to the Sixers, he continued to produce. I mean, everybody figured that Tobias Harris would have a good season last year heading into free agency, and he didn't disappoint.
Scotty's checked in for Al Horford. And Harris, with his strong play last season, got a big payout because of it.
Yeah, and I think he earned it. And he'll continue to work hard to live up to the contract. But more importantly, I think he wants to be the best he can be, and that'll be his focus. And he'll have to adjust to teams adjusting more to trying to slow him down.
Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Philadelphia. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, it's been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Passes it to Gallinari. Over Harris. And it's Gallinari missing. Philadelphia leading by 10. Inside. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And it's Schroeder missing.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
The dish to Simmons. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Muscala finds Schroeder. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Now Muscala. Just 5 to shoot to the left wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Simmons pulls it in.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Robertson, he's checked in for Gallinari. The 76ers also with a sub. Burks is checked in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
56 seconds left in the first. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
High post try, and that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Down low, O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Back to Muscala. Dishes it to Schroeder. Trains the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
To the inside. Back to O'Quinn. Pass to Burke. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Philadelphia.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Kyle O'Quinn. Tobias Harris is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Bolden in at the power forward. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Robertson kicks to Muscala. Schroeder outside. And the Thunder, another three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
For three, Harris. He's off on that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Bolden can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 11. Robertson with it. Picked up by Harris. Pass to Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the pass to Robertson. From deep. And it's Schroeder missing.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's...
Passes it to Embiid. Harris outside. Feeds it to Scott. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Scott's got 6.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket. The 76ers leading by 6.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Pass to Simmons. And stolen by Noel.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable with his length.
Well, it's just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession. Muscala, he's checked in for Noel. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
And so here is Oklahoma City. 6-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
58 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Gallinari. Four on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 14 points. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Robertson with it. There's the pass to Moreland. Here's Muscala. And that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the last few games you have been on fire, and it's carried over to tonight. What's gotten into you these last few games?
Hey, GA, I think I've just gotten into a nice groove with the rest of the guys, man. And like right now, it's like we're reading, you know, each other's minds. That's resulting in a lot of easy chances for me.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams making some changes here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Takes the 13-footer. Yep, that one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Muscala in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
It's stolen by Muscala. And that one is hammered home.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Boy, the Sixers have come a long way in a short period of time. I mean, 2 years after finishing as the 4th worst team in the league, guys, they came within a few points of making the Eastern Conference Final.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Robertson. Gallinari, the bounce pass. Shot clock at 5. Muscala finds Gallinari. No good with the triple. And this Sixers team has championship aspirations. Clark, can they make it out of the East, do you think?
Yeah, I think this Sixers team, guys, is very much capable of being an Eastern Conference champion. I mean, we forget about all the midseason trades they had a season ago. They didn't have a lot of time to ferment and gel. I think with a full season, training camp and a full season, with the players they have, they're going to be a force in the East for several years.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Horford, no luck.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Dennis Schroeder. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. And it's Schroeder missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Passes it to Horford. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Kevin, it's still early on in the season, but let's take a moment to see where the Thunder sit right now.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. And too long on the shot. The 76ers leading by 5 to the wing right side. Horford up top. Releases. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Schroeder outside. To end the drought. And it's good on the layup. Schroeder's got 25 points in the game.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And here's Robertson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Now it's just a 3-point 76ers lead. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Muscala's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Then for the 76ers, Kyle O'Quinn. He's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Jonah Bolden. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burke. Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Ben Simmons. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the 76ers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Take a break. And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
1:21 left to play here in the third. 5 on the clock. Gallinari brings the double team. And the 3 off target. Oklahoma City trailing. He dishes it to Robertson. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 in the second half.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. And Gallinari kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Simmons with the defensive effort. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 10.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Simmons is there. Hand contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first. And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Philadelphia ahead. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Scott. Then there's Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Thunder. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Thunder shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Noel against Embiid. Noel finds Paul. Lets it go with the 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Left side, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Big man coming through. I have to enjoy watching Harris attack the rack with that kind of ferocity.
Paul surveying the floor. Here's the floater. The shot, no good.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
To the paint. Here's Scott. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
pass to Embiid. There's the triple. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. And the basket by Horford.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And there's the pass to Richardson. And another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Thunder trailing by 16. The drive by Schroeder. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Richardson on the wing. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Alinari, he's checked in for Paul. And it's Robertson in for Dennis Schroeder. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA. And then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Robertson, the pass to Nader. And Embiid with the block.
Boy, supported by great vertical explosiveness, Embiid continues to dominate as a rim protector.
And that one, good. 10 points for Gallinari.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The shot by Nader, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Thunder trailing by 17. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Kicks to Richardson. 76ers moving the ball around. Now, here's Robertson. He's guarded closely.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Embiid drives in, and it's good for 2. Embiid's got 7 points for the quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time. And
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Oh, not today. I'm tired.
Sorry, you gotta do some media.
Can I skip?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner. We get a chance to catch up with our postgame guest.
Hey man, Kenny here. I thought you did a great job of keeping everyone involved. What happened that allowed you to rack up so many assists?
My teammates are knocking down shots, man. I mean, you can have a great system, which Coach has established here. You can stay patient, move, run, plays all the way through. But if the ball doesn't go through the net, guess what, man? No assists. That's why I say, if anything, the guys carried me tonight.
And that's going to do it for tonight.
Good game out there, fellas.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.